Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's episode, which is all of the details in Alexia and Adriana's explosive fight at the Miami airport. I mean, the girls are fighting. It was honestly only a matter of time. If you've been watching The Real Housewives of Miami, we all know that Adriana has been coming for Alexia. In my personal opinion, I think she's very bitter and very jealous, and it just kind of is a turnoff when someone takes enjoyment in the demise or the downfall of somebody else. It's just weird to me. But before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. So, with that, let's get all of the info. So, this is according to page 6. It says, Ay, por favor. Alexia and Adriana got into a verbal dispute at the Miami International Airport earlier this week, right after BravoCon 2023. Page 6 can confirm. The Real Housewives of Miami stars were seen arguing Monday near the airport's baggage claim, fresh off their flight from Las Vegas, where the fan convention was held. We are told Alexia confronted Adriana over comments the Faya singer made about the reality star's marriage and financial status on the first 2 episodes of their hit Bravo show. Yikes. Like I said at the beginning of this video, Adriana really has been a hater. She said, "Oh, I ran into Todd. He didn't come to the New Horizons party." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about anything I said." And he was like, "Oh, it wasn't you. That's not why I didn't come." And she's like, "Oh, you have to figure out issues in your marriage." And he was like, "Yeah, that's it. Bingo." And when she was telling the girls and talking about it in her confessional, to me, it came from a very evil, jealous place. It wasn't from a place of concern or we need to support Alexia or, hey, girls, I want you to know what's going on so we can see what's going on with Alexia and how we can be there for her. It was coming from a place of, I am miserable in my own life, and the only thing that makes me feel better is the misery of other people. Like, misery loves company. She just seemed like a miserable, bitter Betty. And it's just really weird to me when people are like that. If I'm not friends with someone, they don't have to be friends. If I know they're struggling in their marriage, I don't get enjoyment out of it. Sometimes you might do a little gossip, a little tea, a little shade, but to get enjoyment out of it makes it really weird. So on this one, I am team Alexia 100%. I think Adriana was way out of line. And then Adriana was also like, "Oh, Alexia thinks she's above us. She thinks she's better than us. And, her husband Todd has all the money, so he gives her all the material things, so she thinks she's better than us." I don't think Alexia thinks she's better than you. I think you think that you're less than her. And those are two very different things. There are people who think they're better than other people, and then there's are people who are just insecure and think that they're less than, and instead of working on their own self-esteem, they want to take you down a peg or two, And I think that's what's going on between these two. Okay. It goes on to say, a source tells Page 6 exclusively the Alexia and Frankie's beauty bar owner watched the episodes on the plane and they set her off because she believed her co-star had been spreading lies about her family. Adriana's pattern has always been to attack one of the ladies, the insider says. She attacked Larsa Pippen, Marisol Patton, and now she continues to attack Alexia. Oof, the co-star's issues stem from season 5 of Real Housewives of Miami. Alexia slammed Adriana at the time for saying that accidents have consequences, like her son Frankie's near-fatal car accident in 2011 that left him with brain injuries. Adriana has since apologized and told Page 6 in February, "I regret using the analogy." I do think she regrets using the analogy. I will give her that. I think that she was just caught up in a moment and used the analogy. I actually don't think she meant to be disrespectful of Frankie and his condition. That I do believe. I think she's being shady as hell when it comes to Alexia and her money and her marriage, but I don't think she actually meant anything against Frankie. Okay. But I want to know what you think. Put it down below. Do you think she really meant something against Frankie or not? Okay. The women appeared to be attempting to get their friendship back on track in the first episodes of season 6, but we're told untrue remarks by Adriana made about Alexia and her husband not being able to afford their lavish Magic City apartment or having marital issues reignited the feud. Now, this is one thing. I do think Todd has money. I don't know how he got the money, not up to me, but I do think they have the money. I don't think that they are living out of their means. I don't think that they are broke or anything. I think Adriana, again, and I don't mean to just like poo poo on her, but like, hey, I got to call it like I see it. I think she's also very jealous. You know, she was jealous that Jody, Lisa's boyfriend, moved into the old home she had with when she was married. I think Jody's now selling it for like $14 million or something like that, but she was super jealous. Like, oh, where did I, have sex in this house and blah, blah, blah. And the way they decorated isn't how I would have decorated it. She just seems very, very jealous about money, very jealous about homes, very jealous about marriages. I think that she feels not happy with where she's at in her life and the hand she's been dealt. And I get it, going through a divorce, losing money, losing access, losing homes, all of that. I get it. That's really tough, but you find a way to bounce back. You find a way to work on your self esteem and your self worth. You find a way to find love again if that's what you want. But you don't do it by tearing down other women. You don't do it by being jealous of other people's relationships and success, because the best way to keep love and money and happiness from flowing to you is by being a hater to other people. Be grateful for what you have. Adriana, you might be jealous of them, but you have a lot more than the majority of people in this world. So be grateful for what you have. Okay. A separate source claimed to TMZ Saturday that Alexia called herself a star and said that Adriana was the weakest on the show. We're told Alexia did make the star claim, but the Feel the Rush singer had allegedly been trying to pull the victim card and is the real bully. So, what do you think? Do you think Alexia is the real bully? An eyewitness says Alexia was sitting next to the Real Housewives of Miami co star Julia on the plane, which allegedly made Adriana jealous because she was friends with the Russian model first. Side note, as we know, there has been a bit of codependency between Julia and Adriana. There's been allegations of, maybe they've crossed the line sexually. I personally thought their friendship last season was inappropriate. Not that they were close friends, but it did come across as a little sexual. And I felt like it was disrespectful to Julia's wife, Martina, you know? So, yeah, there it is. Like, she was like rubbing her feet and everything. Let's keep going. Adriana is very jealous of Alexia's new friendship and relationship with Julia, the source claims, adding that it was evident because Adriana allegedly kept coming up to Julia on the plane, trying to mark her territory. I believe all of this. I believe all of this. We're told when Alexia addressed the issues with Adriana, the Brazilian reality star blamed production for the claim she made about the Cuban Barbie on their reality show. However, a source tells Page Six exclusively, production does not make anybody do anything. It's a lie that producers ask the cast to stir the pot. That's not true. I think I think that's true and false. I do think production makes people do stuff. I do think production asks people to stir the pot. That's literally their job, is to produce a show. However, I don't think production made Adriana revel in, Todd saying that they had marriage issues. I don't think production made Adriana say that they couldn't afford their house. I don't think that they made Adriana call Alexia materialistic and all of that stuff. I don't think that. So I think that's true and not true. Let me know what you think. Put it down below. The insider suggests that Adriana is desperate for a storyline and trying to be upgraded to a full-time housewife since she is in just a friend of role. We're told Alexia and Adriana's disagreement did not turn physical at any point, but co-star Kiki Barth was seen attempting to mediate the situation. Oh, Keeks, we love you, girl. A source alleges to us that Adriana told Alexia by a-hole after their confrontation. We're told the two women have not spoken since their public argument, but will come face to face again at their upcoming filming of their season 6 reunion. Reps for the ladies in Bravo did not return a request for comment. I mean, I'm not surprised by that at all. Like, if you are in your confessional, if you're on camera, basically saying that my marriage is in trouble, that my husband said we had issues, that we can't afford to live where we live, and you're reveling in this and you're happy about this and you are taking enjoyment in this, and you're calling me materialistic, this, that, and the third, and you're saying that I think I'm better than people, I would be really pissed too, especially when there's a kernel of truth to some of it. Like, Alexia and Todd are struggling in their marriage. That is abundantly clear. Alexia said it herself. And also, Todd clearly, when they had that really awkward dinner and he didn't even show up for the party they threw at their home. So they are struggling in their marriage. So I think it's really tough when someone comes at you from a place of nah, 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 take you down a peg or two when you really are struggling. I think if you're not my friend, stay out of it. If you are my friend, support me. Other than that, leave me alone. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Alexia is really the bully, or do you think Adriana is a bitter Betty? So put it down below. But before you do that, subscribe, like, and share. And are you watching Real Housewives of Miami? Are you excited about the new show? I am. I like this new season. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.